These are the exercises for Futato chapter 13. 13c, we have translation, and this concerns how to translate the adjective with the noun when the noun is in construct. You know, how to handle adjectives when you have these construct chains, because the construct chains have more than one noun, and so there's a question of, well, which noun do I partner with the adjective to get the correct translation? Okay, well, let's look at these. Number one, we have shanat. Okay, we know it's a noun. Again, vocabulary is just absolutely indispensable. We know this is a noun because, hey, it sure isn't a verb. This doesn't look like any verb form that you're going to have, and you know your vocabulary. This is going to come from shana, and it ends with a tav, shanat. That tells you the at ending on a noun tells you this is feminine singular, and it's in the construct position. It's a construct form. So we have noun and construct, and even if you didn't know that, and you should, if you knew this was a noun and then you ran into another noun right next to it, you should be thinking automatically construct chain, construct relationship. But we have here a feminine singular noun in the construct, and here we have hamilchamot. Here we have a feminine plural noun. We know that from the ot ending, and it's definite because of the definite article. Now look at the construct chain. How would we translate just the construct chain? Well, it would be the year of the battles. This one's definite because of the article, and so that makes the construct noun definite. Remember, the construct noun will not take the article ever. It gets its definiteness from the absolute noun that has the article, or if the absolute noun is definite inherently, like a proper name. So by itself, this would be the year of the battles. But now we have hatova. Here we have an adjective, tov, good, with an article. And so you might just reflexively think, article, adjective, article, noun. These two go together. Well, they actually don't, because remember, the noun and adjective, to have an attributive relationship, they have to agree in three things: gender, number, and definiteness. They agree in definiteness, but do they agree in gender and number? Well, this is feminine singular, hatova. We know that because it has the kametz he ending, feminine singular ending. This is feminine plural, so there's a disagreement there, and so this adjective cannot go with this noun. Does it go with this one? We need a feminine singular definite. We have a feminine singular, and this is definite even though it doesn't have the article. It's definite because it's in a construct chain, and it's made definite by the absolute noun, which has the article. So that's why the translation here is the good year of the battles. Now you look at number two, shanat hamilchamot hatovot. Exactly the same as number one, except for the adjective. In this case, the adjective is plural. We have the ot ending. It's a feminine plural. So now we have a feminine plural definite adjective. Do we have a feminine plural definite noun? Yes, we do, right here, hamilchamot. And so this translation changes then from number one to the year of the good battles. Again, you have to look at what you have, determine the gender, the number, and the definiteness, and then see what the adjective correctly aligns with. Let's go to number three. B'nai Hamelech Hagadol. What do we have? Well, B'nai, we have the tsara yod ending. That's obviously masculine plural construct, but if you know your vocab, this is going to be a construct form of banim, which is a plural of bain, son. So we have a noun, masculine plural construct. What do we have next? Well, we have another noun. So we have noun, we should be thinking construct relationship. So by itself, how would we translate the construct chain if we forget the adjective for a moment? It would be the sons of the king. King here, Melech, is definite, and so B'nai absorbs this definiteness because of the construct linkage, the construct relationship. Now come to our adjective, ha gadol. What do we have? We have a definite adjective, and we have a masculine singular. How do we know that? Well, because it has no plural ending, and it has no feminine singular ending, the comma te, like this one did up here. It's masculine, singular, definite. So we ask ourselves, are either of these nouns masculine, singular, and definite? And the only candidate is hamelech. B'nai is ruled out because it's plural. Okay, so that's why the translation here is the sons of the great king. Great goes with king. Number 4, B'nai hamelech hagedolim. Same as number 3, except now our adjective has been made plural. Gedolim, ha-gedolim. Adjective masculine plural that's made definite by virtue of the article. So we have a masculine plural definite adjective. Is there a masculine plural definite noun? Right here it is, b'nai. It's masculine and plural in the construct form, and it's definite because it's linked to a definite noun in a construct relationship. So even though it doesn't have the article, it's still definite, which is why we would translate this the great sons of the king. See the slight difference here. Number 5, we have mishpachat hanevi'im hachachama. So we have what? Noun. We know our vocabulary. This comes from mishpachah, which is feminine, singular. We know it's feminine singular anyway because it ends with at, the patak tav. So we have a feminine singular noun in construct. Okay. Again, if you didn't know really how to describe it grammatically, if you knew it was a noun and then you see another noun right next to it, think construct. So noun and construct, noun and absolute. So mishpachat, it's for sure construct if we know our forms. And then our absolute noun is definite, ha-nevi'im. So that makes this one definite, makes the construct noun definite as well. So they're both definite. Now we go to our adjective, ha-chachama. We have an adjective with an article on it. So we know the article makes this adjective definite. And so we know about its definiteness. What is its gender and number? Well, it's feminine singular because it has the comma te ending, feminine singular ending. So our adjective is feminine singular definite. Now the question, do we have a noun over here that's feminine singular and definite? Yes, we do. And it's this one, mishpachat, which is why the translation is the wise family of the prophets. Now we go to number 6, almost the same, mishpachat hanevi'im hachachamim. Everything's the same except again he has made the adjective plural. It's clearly masculine plural, im ending. So we have a masculine plural definite adjective. Question, do we have any masculine plural definite nouns? Yes, we do. It's ha-nevi'im. So we would translate this one as the family of the good prophets, or the wise prophets, excuse me. So our adjective right here goes with this noun. Again, this is the process that you have to go through. You have to take a look at what you have, know what's definite, what isn't, and know what the gender and number are. In a construct relationship, that the construct relationship actually helps you sort of sort out gender and number as well. Number 7, this will illustrate that point too. Eved ha'em he-chazak. Okay, what do we have? Most basically, we have a noun, eved, again because we know our vocabulary, means servant. Then we have ha'em. Well, we have noun and another noun, so we have two nouns next to each other, think construct. This second noun is mother, and it's definite, has a definite article, ha'em. So we have, if we just translated the construct chain here, we would have the servant of the mother. All right, that's all it would be. But now we have an adjective. We have he-chazak. We know our vocabulary, chazak means strong, and it has a definite article. What is the gender and number of he-chazak? it can only be masculine singular because there's no ending that makes it masculine plural or feminine singular. It has to be masculine singular. So we have a masculine singular definite adjective. Do we have any masculine singular definite nouns over here? Well, it's this one, Eved, because ha'im, the mother is feminine in meaning, so, and also in gender, but so this is the one we have to, Eved is what we have to partner our adjective with. So the translation would be the strong servant of the mother. Number 8, Sefer HaKohen HaKadosh. This one's a little tricky, and you'll see why. It's tricky in a good way. But we have here Sefer, which is a noun, book or scroll. And then we have HaKohen, another noun. Two nouns next to each other, think construct. The second noun, the absolute noun, is definite because of the definite article. That makes this one definite. So by itself, this would be the book of the priest or the scroll of the priest. Okay? HaKadosh. We have an adjective. It's definite because of the article. It's also masculine singular because there's no ending that tells us otherwise. Do we have, well, let's just put it this way. As an adjective, we have a masculine singular definite adjective. Do we have a noun that's masculine singular and definite? Actually, we got two. Both of these are masculine singular and definite. So you say, oh, which one do I put kadosh with? Well, in this case, either is possible. Either translation, either the holy book of the priest or the book of the holy priest. Both are entirely possible and entirely grammatically correct. So you'd have your choice there. Number 9, Zahav Ha'ir Hatahor. What do we have? Well, we have Zahav. That would be from our vocabulary word Zahav with two commas, Zahav, which means gold. So we have a noun that means gold, and then we have Ha'ir. Here's another noun. Ir is city, and it's definite because of the article. So we have two nouns next to each other. Think construct. How would we translate this by itself? It would be the gold of the city. So now what do we do with hatahor? Okay, this is pure. So we have an adjective that's definite. Here's our article. And what is this in gender and number? Again, it can only be masculine singular because there's no comma-te ending for feminine singular. There's no eem ending for feminine plural, absolute. And there's no ot for, eem would be masculine plural, and there's no ot for feminine plural. So this is clearly a masculine singular form. So what do? We have a masculine singular definite adjective. Do we have any masculine singular definite nouns? Which one of these? It's this one. You'd have to know and remember that ear is feminine. Remember, ear is one of those nouns I told you to make a short list of that will be arim in plural. It'll have a masculine plural ending, but it's actually feminine, grammatically feminine. So this, of all these 10 in this exercise, I think this one's actually the most problematic because you'd have to know that ear is feminine for this one. So how would we translate? We would translate the pure gold of the city, noting that ear is feminine. Number 10, Divrei Torat Adonai, here's the divine name Yahweh, Hatovim. Okay, what do we have? Well, we have Divrei. The Sarah Yod ending, the A ending, tells us clearly this is a masculine plural noun in the construct form. Okay, Devarim would be the absolute form, and it changes to Divrei. So we have a masculine plural noun in the construct. Torat. Now we would think, here's another noun. Noun, oh, here's our construct relationship. But if you look at this, this one is also in the construct. Torat, from Torah. So we have noun and construct here, masculine plural. We have noun and construct here, feminine singular. here is the noun that's in the absolute position. This is a case he gives you a construct chain of more than 2 nouns. So here's our noun in the absolute, Yahweh, the divine name, when we say Adonai in pronunciation. So we have here the absolute noun that is definite. That makes these definite because they're part of the chain. So let's go to our adjective, ha-tovim. We have an adjective, tov. It's masculine plural, im, and it's definite article. So our adjective is masculine, plural, and definite. Do we have a noun that's masculine, plural, and definite? Yes, we do, right here, divrei. This is the only one that's masculine and plural, and it's definite because it's part of the construct chain, the absolute noun of which is definite. So we would translate this, the good words of the law of the Lord. Translation of kol, 13d. Kol can mean all, every, or whole. And in this case, it's really going to depend on the number of the noun, whether it's singular or plural, and whether the noun has a definite article, whether we have to deal in English with the word the. Because the trick with kol, it's not really a trick, this is actually very easy, is of the meanings all, every, or whole, which one sounds best in English? Okay, let's go through them. Number 1, all of the roads, kol ha-derakim. Well, we wouldn't say every of the roads, and we wouldn't say whole of the roads. Okay, you get it? Yeah, very simple English. It's the only one that makes sense. It's the only option. Number 2, the whole road, kol ha-derek. We wouldn't say the every road. We wouldn't say what? Every road, or we can't say that because we have the word the. We have definite article here. We have to put the in our translation. So the only real coherent English option is the whole road. And number 3, every road. That's an option here because there's no definite article. Kol derek. So every road in English becomes possible. We don't have to deal with the word the in our translation. Number 4, kol hamizbeach. The whole altar. It wouldn't be the all altar or the every altar. Again, you get the idea. Number 5, kol ha'elim, all of the gods. And number 6, kol bayit, every house. Again, this one just depends on what sounds right in English. Parsing. You should be able to tell instantly, like in the blink of an eye, when you look at each of these verb forms, whether it's perfect or imperfect. Perfect is the suffixed conjugation. Imperfect is the prefixed conjugation. So, ga'alti, if we know our vocab and our endings, we know this is from ga'al and it has the T ending. Here's the key question. Every time you run into a verb, does it have a prefix? No, it doesn't. So it cannot be imperfect. So our answer is cal-perfect, first common singular from ga'al. Number 2, yifkadu. It's from pakad. Does it have a prefix? Yes, the yod. In this case it's yod and then the vowel ending at the end. If we know our endings, it can only be one thing. Cal, imperfect, third masculine plural from pakad. Number 3, amiru. From amar. Does it have a prefix? No. It has to be perfect then. And the shorek vowel at the end can only be one thing. Cal perfect, third common plural from amar. Nishkav. It's from shakav. Does it have a prefix? Yes. And the ni prefix in the cal stem can only be one thing. Cal imperfect, first common plural from shakav. Malach nu. From malach. Does it have a prefix? No. Has to be perfect then. And the new ending tells us which one. Cal perfect, first common plural from malach. Yada tem. It's from yada. Does it have a prefix? No. The tem ending tells us instantly this is cal perfect, second masculine plural from yada. A few more. Ezbach. It's from zavach. Does it have a prefix? Yes, the aleph. It has to be imperfect, and aleph is the imperfect prefix in only one person, and that is cal imperfect, first common singular from zavach. We have here tiv taki. It's from batak. Does it have a prefix? Yes, the tav. Tav prefix has to be imperfect, and then the yod, heric yod ending can only be one thing, cal imperfect, second feminine singular from batak. Tiktavu. It's from katav. Does it have a prefix? Yes, it does, the tav, with the long vowel, the shoric ending. Could be, is, definitely, cal imperfect, second masculine plural from katav. If you know your plural imperfects, it's yiktalu, tiktolna, tiktalu, tiktolna. So when you get into the plural side, the last one's niktol. You get on the plural side, when we've got the tav, we have the one instance where there are two identical forms, the third feminine and the second feminine. This one is second masculine. So shamara, number 10, from shamar. Does it have a prefix? Nope. Therefore, it cannot be imperfect. It's going to be perfect. And the cal perfect, third feminine singular from shamar. The ending tells us that. More translation here. Number 1, we have Natan Navi Adonai et HaTorah La'am. Where's the verb? Again, this is our method. Where is the verb? Well, first position, Natan. It is what form? Does it have a prefix? No. Does it have a suffix? No. So it can't be an imperfect because it has no prefix. So it must be a perfect. And the absence of any ending tells us this is the simplest form. It's the third masculine singular. So do we have a masculine singular noun that would be the subject of this verb? Well, right here it is. It's navi, but it's not navi, it's nevi. So if you knew your vowels, you could tell instantly this is in the construct form. But if you didn't, you have a noun here, and then you should reflexively, immediately, okay, I got a noun. Is there one right next to it? Yes, there is. Check. Two nouns next to each other, think construct. And that's what we have. We have a construct relationship right here. So we have prophet and then Yahweh, Adonai. This is definite. It's inherently definite. So we would translate this, the prophet of Yahweh, the prophet of the Lord, gave. Well, let's look at our answer key. The prophet of the Lord gave what? Et marks the direct object with makef, gave HaTorah, gave the law, la'am. Am, if we know our vocab, is our noun, people. This is la. It is the prefix preposition. So he gave the law of the Lord to the people. It's to the people because our preposition does not have a shava underneath it. Okay, it has a definite article. It's replaced the full form of the definite article. It's replaced the hey part of the definite article. We know that because of the comments here. That's there because we couldn't use patak and then the dot that goes with the article, the dagesh, because gutturals don't take the dagesh. So again, you got to go through the process of elimination, recognizing what you're seeing and then putting the information together. Number 2, Yidrashu et Sefer Haberit Beveit Adonai. Where's the verb? Right here in first position. From darash, because we know our vocab. Does it have a prefix? Yes, it does. Yod prefix with the vowel. This is third masculine plural. So do we have a plural noun that could be the subject? Well, not really. These are ruled out as subjects. Why? Because the direct object marker. These are all objects. We're going to have a construct chain working here in part of what's here. So we actually have a couple. So we would translate this, they will seek. Here's what they seek at. Here's the direct object. Sefer Haberit. Noun, another noun. Okay, so we have a construct relationship, construct chain. Now what's after the Bevet Adonai, this pair is not part of this pair because this preposition right here interrupts the sequence right there. So this is a separate construct chain in the house of the Lord, Beit Adonai. So go back here. They will seek et Sefer Haberit, the book of the covenant, in the house of the Lord. Okay, so you have two construct chains working here. Number 3, halaku anshe ha'ir ha'kazakim lemilchama gedolah. Where is the verb? Right here, first position, halaku, from halak. Does it have a prefix? No. Therefore, it cannot be imperfect. We have a third common plural because we know our endings. So they went or they walked just by itself. Now, do we have a plural noun that could be the subject of this plural verb form? Yes, we do. We have anshe. This is masculine plural. It's a noun in construct. This is the plural, it's the construct form of anashim. So we have anshe. We have masculine plural noun in construct. That means we would expect, of course, another noun. So we have noun, noun. This one is feminine singular, ear, with definite article. So the noun in the absolute is definite, and that means that this one is definite. So we have the men of the city. And now we hit an adjective, ha-kazakim. Our adjective is masculine plural, and it's definite. So we have an adjective that's masculine plural, definite. Do we have any nouns that are masculine, plural, and definite? Yes, we do. Anshe is masculine, plural, and it's definite because it's in the construct relationship with a definite absolute noun. So let's look at our answer key here. We have, by itself, this would be the men of the city, but we have the strong men of the city went or walked le milchama, to a battle, but now we have an adjective. Milchama, right here, is feminine singular. It's not definite. We don't have any sign of definiteness. We don't have any sign of definiteness here. So here our adjective is feminine singular, not definite. Our noun here is feminine singular, not definite. So there's still an attributive relationship here. It's just that the two parties aren't definite. So we have a translation of to a great battle. Number 4, Nishlach kesef vezahav el bnei ha'av hatovim. Where is the verb? Right here, nishlach. It's from shalach. Does it have a prefix? Yes, it does. The ni prefix, nun hirek. So we have an imperfect, and this is going to be first common plural. So we sent what? Kesef, silver. Here's a conjunction, and silver and gold. We sent silver and gold, el, to bnei. Oh, here we hit a noun in construct. Okay, masculine plural noun in construct. What's the absolute? Ha'av. So our absolute noun is definite, and it's masculine singular. So we have a masculine singular definite noun and a masculine plural definite noun. And so let's look at our adjective, hatovim. We have a masculine plural definite adjective. So which of these nouns does this adjective go with attributively? Well, it goes with bnei because of the plural. So if we turn on our answer key, we sent silver and gold to the good sons of the Father. Number 5, ha'em vehabat yashavu tachat hashamayim. Do we have a verb? Where's the verb? Yes, we do. It's not in first position this time. It's right here. From yashav. Does it have a prefix? No. It has the common plural ending. This is a Cal Perfect third common plural. So we need a plural subject to go with a plural verb. Do we have that? Well, we have ha'em, the mother, and habat, the daughter. Well, together they're a plural. So the mother and the daughter lived. Okay, lived. Yashav is lived or sat. You can have either one, lived or sat or settled. Tachat, under Hashemayim, under heaven or the sky. Let's see what Futata has. Futata has the mother and the daughter sat. He chooses sat here for Yashav, under the sky. Number 6. Lo tizbaku zivkei Adonai tehorim al mizbeach tameh. Where's our verb? Well, right here, tizbaku. And we can see it's from zavak because we know our vocabulary. Is it prefixed? Yes, it is. Right there is our prefix, the tav, with our long u vowel, our long shurek vowel. So we know this is Cal imperfect second masculine plural, and it's negated. So you shall not offer, you shall not sacrifice. Let's move to the next part. Zivkei Adonai. Well, here we have a noun. It's clearly masculine plural in construct because of the tsar yod ending. And again, we have a noun. Do we have another noun right after it? Yes, we do. Adonai, the divine name. So we have a construct relationship. Right here, this noun is definite. It's inherently definite, which makes this one definite. So we have the sacrifices of the Lord just by itself. But now we run into an adjective. And we actually have run into a problem here in my digital version of the grammar because I put a little X over it. This adjective does not have a definite article in front of it. And that's a problem because if we look at what Futato had, you will not offer the pure sacrifices. For that to be correct, this is actually a typo. You would need this to be definite. You would need a definite article to go with sacrifices, which is definite. So we caught a typo in our grammar, but it's still a good learning experience. So we have you shall not offer the pure sacrifices. Just imagine a definite article here. Pure sacrifices upon, and here we get it right. Altar, mizbeach, is not definite, and tameh, the adjective, is not definite. So unclean altar is correct. These agree in gender, number, and definiteness. They're both indefinite, but this should have a definite article right here. So we caught a mistake there. Number 7. Bimkom kodesh amad ta lifnei ha-Elohim. Where is our verb? Right here in the middle. It's not in first position. We have amad ta from amad. Does it have a prefix? No. So it has to be a perfect. It's a Cal perfect second masculine singular. So it means, you stood. All right? Just generically as we're thinking about what we're looking at. We have here a preposition with the noun. We have makom as our noun if we know our vocabulary. We have a preposition prefixed to that. There's no indication, of course, that this is definite. There's no definite article here. So we have a noun that's indefinite, and here we have an adjective that's indefinite. So we have an attributive relationship here, but they agree in gender, number, and definiteness, but they're both indefinite. Let's turn on our answer key. We're getting some information here we can work with. So in a holy place, you stood lifnei, before ha-Elohim, before either the gods or before God. Now, most often in the Hebrew Bible, ha-Elohim does still represent the singular God. It marks this Elohim as distinct because of the definite article, as opposed to all other Elohim. So ha-Elohim is typically still God, the God of Israel. Number 8, Tov Shem Tov Mikesef Rav. Okay, here we have adjective, noun, adjective. Here we go. Preposition min. You know by now when you have min kind of thrown in there among adjectives and nouns that we're probably going to have a comparative min here. and then Rav here is an adjective. So we turn on our answer key. We have Tov and Shem, adjective noun. Again, adjective noun. What's the issue there? You need to be thinking about the presence of an article or not. We don't have anything like that, so we have an attributive relationship, but they're both indefinite. A good name is good from much silver. Okay, again, in English that just doesn't sound right. So we have a good name is better than much silver or much money. Hebrew Bible excerpts, number 1, Haim Ziknei Ha'am. Haim is a pronoun, they, and then Ziknei, obviously a masculine plural construct from Zekanim, which would be elders, but here we have the term in construct, so elders of Ha'am, the people. This is definite, so we need to make this noun definite in the construct chain. So our answer is they are the elders of the people. Number 2, Lo Tishma El Divrei Hanavi. Where's our verb? Right here, Tishma. It's from Shema. Is it prefixed? Yes, right here. So we know we have a cal imperfect. And it's negated. So let's turn on our answer key. You will not listen. You could put what else? Remember your paradigm. Yiktol, tiktol, tiktol. You could have she will not listen. But usually this is sort of a formulaic way of the thou shalt not kind of command in the Old Testament. But, you know, you could do either grammatically. But we'll go with what Futato has here. You will not listen to divrei hanavi. We have a noun, masculine plural construct. We peek over to the left. Yep, another noun, so we have a construct chain. Hanavi is our absolute noun. It is definite. That makes this one definite. So you shall not listen to the words of the prophet. Number 3, Shamarti Darkei Adonai. Our verb is right here from Shamar. There's no prefix. This has to be cal perfect then. The T ending tells us it's first common singular. So I guarded, or I kept, Darkei. This is from Derek. Derakim, the roads or the ways. And we have a masculine plural noun in construct. We peek over, yep, sure enough, another noun, so we have a construct relationship. The absolute noun is definite. So our translation is, I guarded or I kept the ways of the Lord. And lastly, Bigdei Kodesh Haim. Bigdei, obviously masculine plural in construct. We have Kodesh, again, an adjectival term, and then a pronoun. So let's just take the two words that are joined here. This is actually going to be a noun that functions adjectivally, because we have noun, makef, noun. We know this is a noun because the construct chain is formed of nouns. So we have a masculine plural noun in construct with another singular masculine noun. So what do we have? We have two nouns. How do we translate them? Holy garments. It's not the holy garments because we don't have definiteness here. Holy garments are they, or in better English, they are holy garments. Excuse me. That's the end of the exercises for Chapter 13 in Futato.